Hello, you're watching Much Ado About Something, and I'm Donna. And today I just wanted to talk about disinfecting the house. I've been sick. If you watch my previous videos, you know I've had a virus. And so one of the priorities when I got back and was able to, had the energy to do it, was to disinfect. And I think it's so important to keep your house clean and to disinfect, especially after you've been sick, to keep you from getting sick again or to make others sick. I just wanted to share a few things that I like to do to disinfect. Of course, you've got your old standbys, Lysol, and Lysol is a good disinfectant. This well, it says kills germs even when diluted, but it doesn't tell you how many. Oh, here, yes, it does. It kills 99.9% of the germs, which is what most of these here do. The active ingredient is alkyl, dimethyl benzyl, and ammonium chlorides. So that's the two active ingredients in this Lysol that you dilute. You can use it full strength or diluted. But to disinfect, leave for 10 minutes before wiping. Rinse all food contact surfaces with water after use. So I've got a disinfectant spray bottle here, and I dilute this to the instructions on the back of the bottle. And of course, this is a lot, and it lasts a long time, and I've had this a long time. But it's a good disinfectant. But it's not like you see on TV where you just spray and wipe. This says spray and leave on for 10 minutes. So wherever you put this to disinfect, you would want to leave it on for 10 minutes. This is good for the kitchen counters, around the sink. You can use it in your bathroom, around your doorknobs. Anywhere you need light switches, any place that you touch a lot and you need to disinfect, this is a good disinfectant. And of course, you've got the spray Lysol, which is a standby, and it's the same way. It kills 99%, and the key ingredients in this is alkyl, dimethyl benzyl ammonium saccharinate, and ethanol. So that's the two active ingredients in here. I'm sure I'm butchering how to say that, but you want to know kind of what you're using. And never mix any of these products. Never mix any products. Just use whatever you choose that day, wherever you're disinfecting. Just stick with that one disinfectant. I try to never mix any chemicals. And then the new thing that's out is this Microban 24-hour, and it kills 99.9% of bacteria, but it says it does it for up to 24 hours. So this is supposed to last longer, multiple touches, and last longer than the Lysol would. And it's got the same active ingredients, but it actually has a few more. It has the alkyl, dimethyl benzyl, and ammonium chloride, but it also has 3 other ammonium chloride ingredients in here. So there's 4 ingredients in the Microban. The thing that makes me hold back on most of this Microban is its caution. It says is a caution, hazard to humans and domestic animals. So it makes you think a little bit. I'm killing germs, but I don't want to hurt myself either. Not that the Microban would hurt you, but it just says it's hazardous to humans and domestic animals. So you would have to take greater care with this. Say wash your hands, after you touch it, or if it's hazardous, you would just be careful, more careful with that. There is an all-natural cleaner. I got this at Sam's. It's Boulder Clean Disinfecting Cleaner. The active ingredient in this is thymol. And you might recognize thymol, maybe not by the name, but it's in Listerine mouthwash. And it gives it a distinct smell and a distinct taste. The thymol oil does. But this is 99.9% effective also. It's plant-powered formula made with botanical derived ingredients and essential oils. Eliminates over 99.9% of viruses and bacteria, free from harsh chemicals, and it can be used around kids and pets. It says it leaves a fresh lemon scent, but it's really a strong thymol scent. So I think that's probably why this is not more popular, because it just doesn't smell all that great. But it's really effective, and it's all natural plant-based spray, so it's a little more friendly. It says safe to use around kids and pets. So if that's what means the most to you, then there are alternatives. I bought that because I know the power of thymol. I have that essential oil, and I use that as a bacteria fighting agent in some of the things that I make, and that's why I wanted to try that, is because I know the power of the red thyme plant and the oil that's derived out of it, which is thymol. Now, excuse me, we use isopropyl alcohol. This I bought in the spray bottle, and then you can buy it by the quart at the drugstore, or really any store, Walmart or Dollar General. Any of those stores carry it. This one is 50%, and this one's 90%. But of course, when I use this one up, I'll just refill it with this. But the main thing that I do with the isopropyl alcohol is I spray down all of our remote controls, our computers, our phones, anything electronic like that. I spray it down. It doesn't say how long to leave it on for it to disinfect, but we know that alcohol does disinfect, and that's the main ingredient in hand sanitizer. So that's a useful disinfectant, especially for electronics, because it dries on there and it doesn't cause any damage. Now, hands down, to me, the number one disinfectant that you can use, the most cost-effective disinfectant, is this chlorine bleach. The thing that I like about chlorine bleach is you can disinfect your dishes, glassware, and utensils. 2 teaspoons to 1 gallon of water, and you can disinfect your dishes, which, there's a lot of germs on your dishes, and maybe soap and water can cut it, and maybe you need something a little stronger. And of course, this kills 99.9% of all germs too. It gets a bad rap regarding the economy sometimes, but actually Clorox breaks down to just a little more than salt water. And with careful use, not overuse, but careful use of it, it's not any more harmful to the environment than anything else. And of course, the active ingredient in it is sodium hypochlorite. So that's the active ingredient in Clorox. I use this in the kitchen, on the kitchen floor, on the counters, or on the sink. I fix a bucket of 3/4 of a gallon, and I use 1/3 of a cup, and that's a hospital strength disinfectant when you make it that way. And I clean the bathrooms, the bathroom sinks, the bathroom floors, the bathtubs, especially around the commode, the bathroom garbage can. I disinfect with Clorox. So Clorox is a valuable disinfectant, and it's priced very reasonable. And of course, you can use it in your white clothes, and that adds a disinfectant property. For colored clothes, Lysol makes a a disinfectant for laundry. I have used that a time or two, but I don't really use that on a regular basis. That, of course, is a very important tip. Whatever can be picked up and washed in your wash machine, you should wash everything, which is something that I've been doing too. Because fabrics, they're not as easy to disinfect. Tide makes a antibacterial fabric spray, and it kills 99.9% of the bacteria. And the good thing about this is, you can spray things that you can't just pick up and put into the washing machine, like your sofa, your chairs, rugs, things like that you want to spray down and want to disinfect them. This is a real good fabric disinfectant for things like that, so I use it. This is a good disinfectant. It kills 99.9% of bacteria and viruses. Unlike Clorox, this says don't use it on cooking utensils. It says do not use on utensils or glassware or dishes. So this has a nice pine scent, but there's just some things that you can't use it on. It's recommended to use on bathtubs, counters, shower stalls, stoves, toilets, bathroom fixtures, exterior surfaces on refrigerators, sinks, garbage cans, high chairs, walls, and floors. And this is what I use this the most on. I mix this a bucket of this to the recommended amounts here, and I wipe down my foyer, the steps, the front door, the handrail. I use this. That's what I use this on. Of course, this has to stay on for 10 minutes. When you wipe it on, you let it stay wet for 10 minutes, and that's what disinfects. Peroxide is another disinfectant. I put this spray on this one. I use it around the bathroom sink, and after I brush my teeth, I use regular peroxide. I like to pour it on my toothbrush and disinfect my toothbrush until the next time that I use it. So that's mainly what I use peroxide for. Well, that is the main disinfectants that I use for the house in wiping down everything to kill bacteria and germs and viruses and the things that lurk around your house. I think these would be the things that I use most. They're the things that I have on hand. But if I had to recommend one, I guess it would be the Clorox. As long as you could use Clorox on it. There are some things you can't use Clorox on, or it would bleach and leave, mess up your like rugs and towels. And if they're not white or light, then you would want to be careful about using this. And then I guess the next one would be the Lysol. You could maybe use it where you couldn't use the Clorox. But of course the Clorox, there's not a lot you can't disinfect with it. It's got good clear instructions on the back here. It says for laundry and whitening, and then for laundry and sanitizing. Bleachable fabrics, and then it tells you what not to use it on. For general disinfecting and deodorizing hard, non-porous surfaces, and for sanitizing food contact surfaces, for mold and mildew removal, and for hospital disinfection. So this is, it's a quality grade. And then the hospital disinfection is 1/3 cup of Clorox to 3/4 of a gallon of water. This is a little gallon ice cream bucket I saved from ice cream. And, if you just fill it about up to here, then that's a perfect amount of water. And then you would just go and wipe down everything, your doorknobs, your light switches, any surface that you just wipe down with that bucket of hospital grade Clorox, and then you'd feel good about it being disinfected. Well, thank you for joining me today. I wanted to share some tips with you. I hope I shared something with you that'll help you today. And as always, until next time.